Good morning, everyone. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Going to continue now talking about Jesus after the Transfiguration. If you remember the two podcasts that I put up, one on the Transfiguration and what happened right before the Transfiguration, you will know that Jesus was raptured and received an incorruptible body. This happened before the crucifixion. But I want to share with you a little bit of information about what it means for the body to be incorruptible. First, what we have to do is we have to understand what the word incorruptible means. It means incapable of being morally corrupt. It also means not subject to corruption or decay. So we know that our bodies decay. From the moment that we're born, we begin to decay. And as we get older, we go through decades, our body changes, it breaks down. We get older, we become elderly and frail and brittle, and our health starts to deteriorate until we die. But in the incorruptible body, that means the body does not decay anymore. That means that there are no more microorganisms in our body to feed off of us. We are in a symbiotic relationship with microorganisms. Okay, I have some notes here on what exactly that is. It's called symbiosis. That means that we have bacteria, we have other microorganisms that are in our body. They help us to break down our foods that we eat, and we feed them in exchange, and they don't harm us. But they can morph into other things. It says here, symbiosis is different organisms living together in a biological relationship. So that means we are dependent on microorganisms to help us in exchange for us feeding them. Okay? It encompasses a gamut of biological interactions which include mutualism, and it includes commensalism and parasitism. Okay? Now we know that mutualism means that both people benefit, or both the host and the organisms both benefit equally. Commensalism means one of the organisms will benefit without contributing to the host. And parasitism means that it turns on the host and it injures the host for its own benefit, to feed itself. It will feed itself and injure you so that it will live if it's inside of you. So this basically is what the body is released from when it becomes incorruptible. And that leads us back to the Garden of Eden, which tells me that what got into God's creation to make it die were these microorganisms. And how did they get in? Did they get in through eating a piece of fruit, or did they get in from intercourse of some sort? It says here in Genesis 2:7, it says, "But you must not eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, for when you eat of it, you will surely die." Okay? Well, if you look at these organisms, some of them are good and some of them are evil. The ones that are good are going to help you to break down your food, and the ones that are evil, the parasites, are going to feast off of you until you die. So this is what evacuated the body of Jesus at the Transfiguration. He was no longer held captive by microorganisms. He was free. He was free from the prison body, okay? And this is what everyone is waiting for, that new body at the rapture, when we will all be transformed and receive a new body. This is what the Bible tells us will happen to the believers of Jesus at the rapture. We will all receive an incorruptible new body. This is what the Bible says.